Test, 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 test. All right. We got that figured out. Anywho. Good. So we're going to start this because it's our last game of the season. And I'm in the mood to play an actual game versus modding right now. So, there you go.
The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So Penn State's offense will take the first swing of the game. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box, they can take it outside, they can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Pulls it in. It's Saunders. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question that the quarterback was going to that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Let's take just a second, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but
Oh, he's got some space. Down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
I am impressed with the physicality we're seeing up front by this offensive line. Playing on the road, they knew they wanted to get the run game established, and they are doing just that. They're not just getting 3-4 yards a pop. They are gashing this defense.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Nice move there. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Using the quick game. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. Gonna run it. It's Martin. He's dragged down at the 12. Chip shot field goal range, but might they go for it here on 4th down?
Why not?
They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Snagged in the middle. It's Reynolds. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. The option look. Now the toss. Squeezes ahead for a couple. They'll get it out to the 9.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've sent the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that, too. They tackle him, and they get him on the ground.
Just goes right through the wicket and brings up 3rd down. Man, he will be thinking about that one. Trying to pick up a 1st down. To the air. It's Dampier.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a 3rd down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the... Create some momentum.
I really want to challenge this. Oh, and the funny part is the dude hit me, and I didn't fall. Yeah, I literally should have been fall. I should have fallen there. Dude, this should have been. This should have been a safety. How's this not a safety? He's literally in the end zone. Throw the flag.
The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way.
Should get 2 points. No question.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Makes the catch near the 50. This guy is a daring punt return, man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Out of the gun to give to the back.
Or just be a dumb.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
There's just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurt. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Got a man. It's Saunders. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those 1st downs, get those big chunks.
No thought of trying to kick the 46-yarder. They'll
What's the point?
all down, but he has enough to move the chains.
4th and short, a lot of times you know what's coming. I know what's coming. Who's going to be more physical? They give it to the running back. O-line does their job. Nice pickup on 4th and short.
Leaves it with the running back.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Grabbed behind the line. It's and a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Looking to throw on 3rd. Right on the money. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. 4th down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. Going for the marker on the ground. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and goal. They're working that left side. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Go straight ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So they move the ball 37 yards on the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This should be the last play of the quarter. The give on the option. Breaks into the open. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He has the first and still on his feet. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. The Huskies, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll give it to him again. This time there is no running room to be found, and this defense wasn't going to get hit with a big run twice in a row. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Huskies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Third down, and they need 15 after 2 negative plays. Looking for a man. It's Dampier. That's caught. It's Williams. The stop is made right at the 36-yard line. This defense coming up big on third down.
Range.
Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt.
No.
He slides that just inside the right upright. That'll bring him to within 4. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Wisconsin is ahead early inside Camp Randall, but that's not exactly Ron Dane out there running the ball. This game is a long way from over.
The inside handoff.
They're up by 7 over Minnesota. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Back to you.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
600. I don't know why I said
The 40, and they are in business on first down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle and wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Leaves it with the back. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm, but after that last running play moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They'll line up for a second down play. That's caught. It's Denmark. Turning it on. Touchdown, Penn State. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
And no doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running this route. Great result because of it.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
And that's just a better job by the defender. He knew he was going to get challenged in this game. He knew these receivers had speed, and they were going to test them. Nice job by that DB knocking it away.
You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, it's Dampier. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. Washington sends out the punt team.
One more touch, and this
doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, the inside give. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Literally. The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Taken out. 7. The run from the shotgun. Got the first down. Looking for more. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. The Nittany Lions are on the move. From the gun, the ground game. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Now setting up shop in the red zone. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
3rd down play from the gun. Quarterback adapting. He'll get rid of it. Working that left side. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Wow.
They say no thanks to that pass interference penalty, and they'll take the results of the play.
This is where
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. The Nittany Lions have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. From the gun, running back gets to give. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, with some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal?
Bro. You need it there.
Trying to run it in. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Makes the grab on the left.
I don't know what that was.
He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 4th down and goal from the 3. Can the defense get a stop? Here's the snap, looking to throw. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done.
There he goes. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on 1st down. Looking for a man. It's Dampier. Quickly to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. The Huskies can really attack on this 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Finds his tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. Takes a hit as he fires. Got him downfield. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Seattle for an interesting first half than you? And the standout player on the defensive side of the ball has been that boogeyman back there at safety. They try to run it, he's filling the holes. They try to throw it, he's either picking them off or trying to take dudes' heads off. Good luck making adjustments. With that said, let's send it back to our guys inside Husky Stadium.
Very tricky.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here.
Of course they do. And
the Nittany Lions will kick it away to crank up the second half.
They want to run the ball at the end of the game. You're giving them more.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, they only needed 1 yard, so no mystery there. Turn around, hand it off, and he finds a way to get it.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. And the Huskies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. It's Dampier. Unloads to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start. They don't score. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. From the gun to give, looking for room. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. The Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
The give to the back. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Texas A&M is currently ahead in this one, but they're not exactly making this easy for the 12th man. This is a tight one in College Station. They're up by 7 over LSU. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big happens. You should see.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. To throw, it's Dampier. Fires to the big fella. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. They bring the punter onto the field now. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do right.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Caught near the sticks. It's Saunders. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Nittany Lions in a good spot here with second and short. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. They'll pass on the 48-yard field goal attempt and instead try to pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it, just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Hand off from the shotgun. Can't get him to the ground. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Dampier. Here's the pressure. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A third down and long situation coming up, they'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Throws to the tight end. Got a man in the middle. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Quick completion on the out. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Washington has a lot of things working. Set up with another first down. Used the play fake. Now to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Green.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Turns it loose. Got it inside the 10. He makes the catch. He's knocked down immediately, but they'll have a goal-to-go situation from the 8. Back to throw. It's Dampier. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on first down by this offense.
He was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. If they can pay off this third and goal opportunity, right across the way. Wants to throw it. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Husky. Fired in from the red zone toward the score.
I love finding the big fella down in the red zone, 3rd and goal. You got to make something happen down here. Throw it up high. Let the big fella make you look really good as a quarterback. Love finding those big guys down here in the red zone.
And with the lead sitting at 9, they'll try to make it a one-possession game. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled. Oh, he's got some space. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
The give out of the gun. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up second.
Still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Penn State! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got to pass rush them.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack.
Defense can't stop you.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Got his man. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He's going to let it go. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Give to the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They go to the ground. And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
And what a surprise. The offense will stay on the field to try it yet again on fourth down. 0 for 5 so far. Fires into the end zone. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
And the defense is just about out of room to defend. They are backed up right on the doorstep. They'll try to pound their way in. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Barrels ahead. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. They're going to run it. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the route is on. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Men, it just means more in the SEC, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Texas A&M is putting on a show offensively. Feels like they've been gigging them since the first whistle. They're up 14 over LSU. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this team.
That'll be a first down. Washington right back to the line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Man, you got to like these last two plays by this offense. You understand, you're in a deficit. You've got to score multiple times to get back in this football game. Nice job pushing the ball down the field, making explosive plays. They're going to need more of it, and they're going to need it fast.
Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to pass. It's Dampier. Blasted as he lets it go. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Trying play action. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit.
Pulls it in the first down and more. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lawson. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Washington.
Nice job by the offense, going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Flips it out on the screen. They'll get the two-point conversion, and now the lead is 14. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with turning it on. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets them up at the 26 with the first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Got enough for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Yeah, you got to be impressed with this offense, man. Fourth quarter, they've been money. Great job putting drives together. Nice play there as well, but this offense has saved their best for the last part of this football game when they needed it the most.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Leaves it with the back. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
You got to be impressed by how you've seen this offense finish in this football game. They've been scoring points in the fourth quarter, just got a touchdown on their last drive, and there they rip off a big run. They are not letting off the gas pedal right now, and as a coach, you love to see that.
With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams losing to unranked opponents. Whatever the reasons, it adds to the flavor of a season.
It's so good because we all love the upsets, and then if you're the team that got that ranked win, Jesse, you start to build your resume, start to build some momentum. So this squad got a good win today.
They sure did. They put the rest of college football on alert with that huge win. And for the team losing, they've now got to be able to turn the page. They got to go back, do some soul searching, because they're a much better team than what they showed today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.